Welcome, basketball fans, to Eastern Maine Community College, the home away from home for the UMA Moose here today, as Munson Media brings you this Moose Call here on MAF, Maine Athletic Fundraising, being our main sponsor. I'm Rob Munsing, joined by Nate Munsing today, here for the call of this one. Let's go over quickly the starters. Vermont Tech here. Caitlin Lyford, Alyssa Casanelli, Daisy Poole, Paige Wells, Haley Burkhardt, starters. For the Moose, it'll be Jamie Plummer, Kylie Kemp, Carmen Bragg, Jessica St. Amand, and Monique Moore set to go here. We're not as high as we normally are, as we're up in the bleachers here, but we'll make it work as best that we can. First possession goes to the Knights here. Goes out to the point guard here, Casanelli. Left side. Casanelli over to Lyford. Casanelli. They come in the... I'm sorry, I'm totally confused. That's a Moose. We're so used to the Moose having the white shirts, Nate. I called that whole thing with the wrong roster, but that was Kemp with it. So used to seeing, we do the games and the Moose are always in white, and get a little curveball thrown at us. So. Nate's looking at it going, what the heck?
Yeah, I was kind of.
Yeah, I'm doing camera today as well as commentary, so it's quite a deal here. So forget everything you just heard. We'll get back on track here.
Clean the slate a bit.
Yeah, do over. This is Poole with it. She goes in, gets fouled. Daisy Poole takes. I'm sorry, it's a charge. She got player control foul, so be Moose basketball. We'll get the Moose figured out now. We know they're in dark shirts. Right? That was funny. Of course, I'm colorblind too. That only adds to it, huh?
Yeah, Kemp did a really good job down at the baseline to go ahead and set her feet, and you could kind of see that one developing as the Lady Knights player took it all the way down and full head of steam. Kemp with her feet planted through the foul.
Knights with it here. This is Burkhardt back outside. Casanelli had it. Poole's looking for help. Gets it. Burkhardt. She's way out high. Moose look matched up here, man, Nate.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that, Rob. UMA playing man-to-man. It's been nice for them this year. They've been playing a lot of man-to-man this year because they match up really well against their opposition. You know, in the previous years, we've seen them play a lot of 2-3 zone because they didn't have the depth, and they had to sustain or keep their legs for later on in the games. But now they go, at least 7 deep within the bench, so they're able to play man-to-man, and they play up into your face kind of defense.
Burkhardt's got it out front, Haley Burkhardt. She draws Monique Moore on the D. Burkhardt, right side it goes. Poole's got it, she holds and gets a skitter over there. Turnover, so not a great start offensively for the Knights as they draw play control on the first, travel on the second.
Yeah, and I think they just got to be a little bit more patient. Right now they're trying to set a high ball screen and then screen the screener. What that means is the person setting the ball screen will then therefore receive a screen. It's a great play, especially in a man-to-man set, what they're facing. So we'll see what they can do. Probably not here in the transition.
Burkhardt comes out left side. Poole, she got it down the corner. Pop's going to go. Rings it in and out. That was Wells. And here come the Moose. Jess St. Amand with it now. Here goes Jess into the paint. Going to kick it all the way across. This is Jamie. Plummer dishes off to Bragg. Ironed up. Swooping in for the rebound was Kemp. She came from outside. Right through the doors. Pop outside. In, out, no. And going to call the foul on 3 blue. That'll be Jamie Plummer, her first.
Yeah, over the back. Good position there by Vermont Tech.
This is Burkhardt with it. Held now out there by Lyford. He'll go in the corner. Burkhardt gets it back. Come out to reset the offense. Casanelli got it back. Drive by Burkhardt. Goes up, no. Fought for the rebound. It's loose and out of bounds, and it'll stay Knights basketball. I want to thank Maine Athletic Fundraising, our sponsor here, and all the fine folks at UMA. Sorry we couldn't stream this one, but just no robust enough internet to get this out. So we knew that coming up, and that's why we put that notice up on our page for you and to let folks that win at game time to know that. Strong take by Wells. It won't get off.
Yeah, and she was kind of forced to take that shot due to the shot clock there. It got down to about 4 seconds.
Bragg's got it outside. St. Amand might have got tipped. Burkhart's got it now. Well, the Knights ahead of the pack it goes. Lyford back outside Burkhardt. Lyford's going to take the long one and hit the three. 3-2. Knights. Moose struggling at the offensive end a little bit, not for lack of looks, but just not getting them to drop down.
Yeah, and I think this court here in the gym is awfully cold. So I don't know. I mean, they look like they're kind of out of sync a little bit. You know, they did a good job warming up. They tried to get a good sweat on, but nothing seems to be falling.
Bragg went through and slipped. Couple of slips so far today as well, Nate. Not sure. Ball will come in. It'll be Moose basketball. Glad you could join us. Rob Munsing, Nate Munsing here. Just the two of us today, so I'm drawing double duty, and Nate as well. Nate's doing the production and commentary. I'm doing the play-by-play as well as camera work, so that's why you sometimes get that I'm calling the wrong team. Started this game, so used to seeing the Moose in white. And they even told us there was no excuse for it. Pop outside, rings in and out. That's a second then. Common copies.
Yeah, and that ball is about halfway down, and they did such a good job of that inbound, getting it, working it over to the right-hand side. They couldn't get the ball down to Jamie Plummer, and then did a great ball reversal to the opposite side and got him out on an open three. But like you said, it about halfway down and popped out.
Burkhardt hit the outside pop. Good start here for Vermont Tech. Of course, they played here yesterday. Vermont Tech did. Both the men's and the women's team played EMCC, so, you know, they've got a game under their belt here. This is a home away from home for the Moose. Monique Moore, no, can't go. Jamie, they're doing a good job blocking out Jamie.
Yeah, I'd like to see UMA kind of work the ball underneath. They do a really good job where they like to get the ball down in the corner, set a screen, and then seal that inside defender. And I'm waiting for them to get back to that play and get the ball down to Jamie.
Well, Jamie will get it on the outside. It won't go. It's second chance
power
opportunity. Moose power. No, she's got it again. She gets fouled. But the Moose just, they are as cold as the building.
Yeah, exactly. As cold as the snow falling down outside as we look outside through the window.
The Knights men's team is here. None of them taking their coats off yet. They're all hooded sweatshirts.
Yeah, stay warm, guys.
Yeah, hope nobody spills anything on the floor. We'll have to send for the sand trucks. By 3, Jamie gets a second. Got it. Apologize. When we're down that right side, we get that Duro with that glare in there. Nothing we can do about it. Comes inside now. Burkhardt, she's going to get it back outside now where it's held. Theisson. Burkhardt now. A lot of the offense runs through Burkhardt. You can see that.
Just a simple motion offense, trying to create some seams and get some open shots, which they keep doing.
Paige Wells, a glasser for 3 at the buzzer.
I'd like to see that in an offense. I'd take the shot clock all the way down and get a good look at the basket, 2 points.
Monique Moore with it now. She's outside. Comes in high to Plum. They got her triple teamed.
Yeah, that's tough. You got to make a bounce pass, entry pass to the high post there. You know, there's too many hands in the way. You get the ball up. I know she's taller, but even if you get the ball up, it's really distracting.
Casanelli got it back outside. Now they're in the corner. Loose ball. Fight for it. Comes out to the Moose. 7-4. Bragg left side now. Just St. Amand sees the cutter go through. They're really working hard against Plummer, as you would expect against one of the premier players. St. Amand's got it now. She traveled in the paint.
Yeah, that's a good call. I think she's trying to get the ball down to Jamie and just took that one extra step, obviously picking up her pivot step there in traffic.
I'll ask you, Nate, to chime in on shot clock if you see it. I may not.
Yep.
I may not see it. Vermont Tech outside. Motion offense for them. Skipped inside. Skip pass didn't connect, and let's see, did it get tipped? It did. So it'll it'll stay Vermont Tech.
Shot clock's at 12 here. And Vermont Tech with a real short bench right now. There are only 7 players on the team dressed.
Linwood McLaughlin in the game now for the Knights, and she's got the basketball. Number 24 looks for help inside. Remember, the shot clock is a factor here at 4. Good defense here. And it won't go, but it beat the clock. Plum's got it now. Here comes Jamie. Looks to go coast to coast. Now back outside. Jess in the paint. Tried that bounce pass, but it got intercepted. Knights a coast to coast take that time for Linwood McLaughlin just in the game.
Way to come in and get some productive minutes right away. Within your first minute, go ahead and get the ball, go coast to coast.
Who's struggling on the offensive end? Corey Coral now in the game. St. Amand brings it in, out again. And let's see where it's going to stay for the Moose.
Yeah,
Moose basketball.
You can see UMA trying to get that ball down underneath, but the timing is off. The sequence in rotating the ball around, Jamie's a little either too late or they're too quick to make that for her to come across and cut in front of the defender's face. It was a good pass.
Shot didn't connect.
Yeah, one of those days it seems.
Linwood McLaughlin, she's already gone coast to coast once. She'll try it again, and she'll do it again. And now we're going to get a timeout. Moose will take the timeout. So we'll get timeout on the floor. We'll take the timeout. Back, more basketball after this message.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
I was working full-time and raising 2 kids when I enrolled at UMA. With online classes and a site near my house, I could live in York County and never have to drive to Augusta, and all at a price I could afford. Because of UMA, I am now a certified public accountant and the chief financial officer.
We come back, you see Coach Jennifer Laney talking to her troops, and tough start here so far for the Moose. They're as cold as a building at 11-4.
Yeah, and they've worked the ball around the perimeter really well, and they've gotten a couple open looks, but they've kind of forced some shots too. So I'd like to see them come out here and really kind of have a fluid offensive set, work the ball around the perimeter a little bit, and see if they can work a triangle with Jamie.
Well, and Linwood McLaughlin came down for back-to-back full-length drives, and I think that was part of what Coach Laney was talking about too. Who's got that player off the bench?
And credit to Vermont Tech for a really active 2-3 zone.
Yeah, they're really playing it.
Sometimes you can be a little stale in that thing, thinking that you're going to be able to, withstand the pace a little bit and kind of be a little lax, but they're not. They're really working hard at it.
7 on the shot clock. It goes Jamie with it underneath, and she got fouled. Or was it Jess St. Amand?
St. Amand. But that was a really good job there, just getting the ball up, faking the first defender, and really creating some space to get a good shot and drawing the foul.
Jess gets another. Makes it 11-6. Knights over the Moose here in women's basketball. Linwood McLaughlin out front running point. She's got 4 points off the bench for Coach Jamie Patterson's Knights. Good power rebound inside that time. The Knights get second chance opportunity. That was well skying for the Knights. Linwood McLaughlin tucks it inside. Burkhardt the point guard. Entry in the paint. It's going to be off. The save.
Shot clock's at 5.
Burkhardt long three.
Yeah, probably didn't need to take that shot per se.
Comes Kemp. Goes up, no. Plum's rebound and got it. So Jamie on the follow. Good job by Kylie on the break. 11-8. Linwood McGlone. She draws Kemp. Burkhardt got the pick, but didn't get the shot down. Now we got to knock out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Moose. Jamie had it, got it knocked away. Back in the game now is Daisy Poole. It's not a Monmouth. Albee played with the Kemps. Left side now it goes. Held high. Jamie's up high. The entry comes inside. They tried to get it to Jamie. Now it's back around. St. Ahmad's got it. She's going to go in the paint, put up a lefty run, and it didn't go.
Well, I don't know about that. It looked like she got her arm hit there. You see how short that was, and that wasn't because of lack of effort. Wow.
Yeah, Coach Laney up off the bench. So if you're the Moose, you just got to kind of get through this phase of the game. Linwood McGlone with it now. In the half court, comes up high.
Well, I think it's more than safe to say that the UMA hasn't played so well right now, and they're only down by 3 points. So that kind of puts it in perspective for them. They've forced a lot of turnovers, and that's really what's kept them in the game. They've hit a couple of free throws, which kind of boosted it up. So,
yeah, they're not any kind of offensive rhythm yet at all, as you got to credit the night defense here as well. St. Amand out high. Now it comes inside.
There it is. Ah, they had.
Brett goes up. That was Kemp. I'm sorry. Went up and got fouled, but no call.
Yeah, it was the first time we saw any triangle work where they worked the ball down into Kemp at the base, and then Jamie came cutting down. They had it real quick, but again, Vermont Tech doing a good job defensively and getting in the way of the passing lanes.
Be Moose basketball on the foul. No, I'm sorry. Night basketball.
Coach
yeah.
Laney
Pulling
her hair out.
Yeah, you saw that right on camera. That was great, Coach. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes a visual is worth 1,000 words, and she's over here talking to the official right now. She's saying, how was that not our ball?
Well, no harm there, right? They got the ball back.
Yeah, Coach is bordering on incredulous. It's one of those days. Mama said there'd be days like this. You just, as you said, Nate, they're within a 3 here. Come to skip inside, back outside. Jess going to line one. No, rebounds loose. And good job on the loose ball by the Knights. They pull it down. Linwood McGlone with it now.
Yeah, the Lady Knights really collapsing the paint in that 2-3 and really condensing it down the middle.
Here comes Jess. Nice crossover dribble. Goes left. No. The follow and home. Boy, that's a good hustle follow that time by Kylie Kemp.
And how about the English on that? She's underneath the basket and puts enough spin on that for it to, at the angle she was. That's a tough shot.
Yeah, the spinorama. Good for 2. Lightfoot skips it. Linwood McGlone way outside. Rebounds fought for. And we're going to get a possession.
Yeah, I'll never get that rule. I thought if you collect the ball and you fall down with it, it's a travel. But not to say, I'd like to see a travel there, but I thought that was the ruling.
So I think we got a 30-second timeout. So we'll stay right with this one here. We'll take a look at the Moose huddle here. And it's, as you said, Nate, Moose were struggling to get back in this and playing as poorly as they have. They are the guests on the scoreboard, correct, Nate? So it's...
Well, no, we have them labeled as UMA and Vermont Tech, so that
okay. But I can't see ours. I'm going on...
Right, on theirs, yeah.
Yeah. It's not confusing enough here that UMA is in their dark uniforms.
UMA is guest here.
But they're also the guest here, so anytime I look at the scoreboard, I mean, it's just one of those days, I'm telling you, boys and girls, it's... But at least the ride up was uneventful, which last night I wasn't sure it was going to be. So it was, and let's hope this thing holds off. So
I can see the snow falling right now.
Camp Coral's got it now in the corner. Back outside. Swung around by Bragg. Now they get it inside. And there's that offense you were looking at, Nate, there as Kylie Kemp had the finish.
Well, the end goal is to kind of get that face cut by Plummer coming down, but Kemp does such a good job of making the right decision. In that case, they really didn't come over and pressure because they took Jamie away, so there's a carry. So she did a good job of going up and getting that shot up, and she's got to shoot more if she's going to be down there and really draw the defender to her before we can get that face cut and that pass underneath to Jamie. So she's making all the right choices.
Moose by 1. 7:13 left in what's been a low-scoring first half. Held outside now. Bragg with a pop. Got it! So Carmen hits a 3-ball.
I've been waiting for one of the outside perimeter shooters to knock one down to really kind of loosen up that 2-3 zone, because now they got to start coming out and playing those perimeter shooters if they start hitting threes.
And of course, that'll open up the inside game for Jamie. And that's going to be tipped off. I think it went off Kemp there. Kylie got a hand on it out of bounds. So it'll be night basketball. Burkhardt goes right side. Casanelli into Burkhardt, and it's knocked away. Good defense. Comes Carmen. Bragg skips underneath. Coro went up, knocked away. Poole with it. Coro's on her, on the pressure. Poole comes down, holds, gets it back outside. Burkett's going to go to work now in the half court. Haley Burkett now it comes left side back to Poole. Inside it goes. Burkett, nice little give. And nice defense by Jamie Plummer there to knock it out of bounds.
Yeah, I've
7 on the shot clock.
Talked about this a lot. Anytime there's an entry pass and Jamie's playing the defender with her back to the basket, it's an advantage to Jamie because she's such a good job down underneath.
At 2.
You're almost
Don't
big.
think they're going to get it.
Yeah.
So good defense by the Moose there. A little bit mismanagement of the game, of the shot clock there. So looks like we're going to get a full timeout. Moose have gone out 15-11. We'll take the timeout. We're back. More Moose basketball after these messages.
I didn't really think about going to college after high school. I didn't really know what I was going to do. I worked for a marine construction company, long hours away from home. It just wasn't working with raising my son. UMA offered what I needed. Great professors, a terrific price, and a learning center close to my home. I'm really proud, and so is my son.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
We welcome you back here to the end of that. That timeout looks a little less frenzied than one of the first timeouts that Coach Laney took here after a couple of things had gone a little bit haywire there as the Moose have climbed ahead by 4 here as they're finding some offensive rhythm. The defense has been good all game.
It has.
It's getting into continuity on the offensive end, and they're finding that now. Comes Carmen, right side it goes. Corey's going to host one, and that one didn't go. Tough shooting background from there because you see the outside of through the windows, or the doors actually.
Yeah, and that was a big miss by her. She doesn't usually miss.
Yeah.
So you got to imagine that played a factor.
Tipped away again. Been a lot of turnovers by the Knights. That'd be way outside, ironed up. Rebounds on the floor, fought for. Moose with it. And that one's tipped off Jamie, so Knights will have 26 as they got a new shot clock after the possession changed over. So, entry comes out to Burkett. She's going to go left side. Get it back. Baseline drive by Poole. She's fouled. Fouls on Corey Coro. It's going to be Corey's first. Nobody in foul trouble, as we said, team fouls. 3 and 2, so nobody in any type of foul problem at all. 2 in the Moose, 3 in the Knights.
That was the first possession we saw by Vermont Tech there. They were able to kind of get back into their motion set and kind of get that weave going.
They close it to 2. Carmen Bragg with it. Comes Carmen. Kemp got it to Coro. Cutter came in. That was Jamie. They got it 2 of it. Now it goes back outside. Jessamine goes hard. No. Coro feisties up, and I'll have to see which way they point because I can't see the possession arrow from our vantage point as well. In behind the scorer's table here at EMCC. Burkett with it now. Long downtown pop.
Nice box out by St. Ahmad.
Just does a lot of the small things. Now she's got it to Jamie. Jamie's on the move inside. Won't go. Rebound's knocked out of bounds, so to go to the Moose as it came off Paige Wells.
Yeah, Jamie kind of leaving that one short. It's one of those scenarios where you go ahead and you rip through the defense expecting to get a little bit more contact, and no one's there, so you're kind of, leave it a little bit short.
Just swing it all the way around. There's your three-point shooter. It rolls out. They got it over to Carmen on the out-of-bounds play, but that one rolled out. 15-13.
Yeah, I'm sure one of the adjustments at halftime Coach Laney is going to go over with the UMA Moose is we need some backside rebounding because the balls seem to be traveling a little bit further in terms of rebounds. So we need somebody on the backside to go ahead and get a second chance opportunity.
Visagen will go the free throw line. Got the first. Makes it a 1-point game. 15-14. Two for two. Ties it up at 15. Comes Jess St. Amand. Right side now. Kemp. All the way across comes St. Amand. Now the entry pass inside. Jamie's got it and got it home. That was nicely done as they rotated. Reversed the ball, and Jamie's deadly when she gets that type of entry.
Yeah, we saw that on, must be Wednesday night of this week, facing the 2-3 zone, work the ball down to the baseline and get that that quick little bounce pass to the box to Jamie for easy layup.
Well, they found one way to get Jamie off the boards. That's run her over in the paint. Foul was on Paige Wells. Crowell's got it now. Jamie's out high, sets the pick. Jess St. Amand with it. Bragg, 8 on the shot clock. Pop way downtown, irons up. No, crash and rebound. And let's see if they call the foul on the Moose or not. I don't think so.
I think it was on the rebound.
Boy. Well, we've seen, this is not a surprise to us, that Kylie Kemp is she's a fly. She looks like she's got like a,
her timing is perfect.
Yeah, a little trampoline out there that she hits every now and again that launches her. Moose entry. Pop outside, no. Rebound kept alive, and it'll come out high to Jamie. Kemp's got it. Bragg now. In the corner. Reversed over to St. Amand. They try to revert this. Jamie in the paint. Didn't go. She got a good look, and there's a foul on Corey Coral.
Yeah, but I think that's okay because they haven't had anybody, like I just mentioned before, in their offensive set rebounding on the backside. At least her coming down, you know, she's getting the idea. Like, okay, the balls are coming off this side. I got to get down there. I can get some rebounds.
And that's a nice entry. They got it in. Little offense by accident. Paige Wells with the put up and down. The shot was wild, but Wells got it, put it home. 17-17. In the corner now. Coral skip pass back outside St. Amant. She skips it into Plummer. That's a tough entry. Jamie's got it and got it outside, but it went out of bounds through the officials' legs, but it's Knight basketball. Try to get it to Carmen.
Yeah,
tough one to handle.
Yeah, UMA kind of keeps putting the ball right where they want, the zone wants it to go out on the wing right there. And they're having a really difficult time making the entry pass. I think they'd have better luck going ahead and stay with the baseline and getting that down at the box more.
A couple of chances there. But Carmen with the rebound. Kemp back outside. Carmen with a three, got it all net. Carmen bragged she's got a couple of threes in the last couple of minutes as Carmen looks to go microwave. Came in, Jamie got a hand on it, but now there's a runner and home. That was a pretty put up by Leifert there. But the last couple of times it's been a little bit of offense by accident for the Knights, but they'll take it as it keeps them in the game. 1 point game now.
Yeah. Done a really good job of adapting to the sequence of the play. Like you said, offense by accident, and sometimes just a quick, I'm in the right place at the right time.
Plummett's got it. She's out high. They cut her off. Three pop. No. Rebounds high and comes out. And now Linwood McGlone with it. She goes on a runner. Wild shot. Corey Coral with it. She waits for numbers. Now they come. Jess St. Amant outside. They'll come right out on Bragg as she's hit a couple of threes on him. Jamie holds outside.
Good patience.
At 9 on the shot clock. Corey Coral goes. Corey goes up. Piece of it there. Linwood McGlowan. And that's going to do it for the half. So low scoring first half here. You see the score. The UMA Moose 20. And the Vermont Tech Knights 19. Well, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Halftime from EMCC after this.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
We welcome you back here to Eastern Maine Community College for this Moose Call. See the Moose in the huddle getting set for the second half. Anybody's game here at the half night 2019. I'm sure both squads talked about in halftime of, we haven't got a decent start here, give themselves a little bit of a cushion because the way things have gone, it's been a struggle for both teams offensively. Both teams have dug in on the D. I don't think anybody's really had any type of a continuity of offense for a full 5 or so minutes. So we'll see how this one plays out here second half. Glad you could join us. And it went in and got tied up and out of bounds. It's going to be Knight basketball. Knights in white. And they have the basketball. Burkett gets it on the cut. Monique Moore with the rebound. Comes Carmen Bragg with it. Right side, Moore holds. They'll swing. Jess St. Amand looks. Little give and go. They reverse the ball. Kemp with the three and got it home.
You know, that's such an important shot to come out the gate. I mean, the first 4 minutes of the second half in such a close game are very important. But to be able to come out and hit a three ball from the start against a 2-3 zone is really going to open up the offense. Not only because it's obviously 3 points, but you're able to work the ball down underneath too.
Well, that was a good answer by the Knights there. 2-point basket that time, 2-point game. Jamie with it outside. Back outside it goes. He'll set the offense. Kylie had a little trouble with it, but found it. Pop outside. Back-to-back threes by the Moose. They start to heat up a little bit. And both teams with a little bit of pop in the game. That was Paige Wells for the Knights.
Yeah, I like this adjustment. Coach Laney's talked to her UMA Moose about going ahead and setting everyone out in the perimeter, getting open shots, and then crashing the boards.
And that's what they've done here, but that one came out, and Jamie coming late with the tie-up. But it'll be night basketball.
You know, it's a bit of a risk or a gamble in a sense, because if you're not making those threes, you know, you get a rebound that bounces out deep, because threes usually do that. You know, you get transition basketball going the opposite way.
And then getting fouled on the good take, Paige Wells. Wells having a good second half so far for the Knights. Got a hoop, had a good drive there, and she'll go and she'll shoot free throws. Nobody in any foul trouble at half, as we never hit the bonus situation in the first half of play. So all players are alive and accounted for here foul-wise. So, and that's a good news because of the short benches actually employed by both teams. 2 or 3 on the bench. Ball came out now, and Carmen Bragg's got it. Left side it goes. Monique Moore. It's back to Bragg outside. Moose moving the ball quickly. Perimeter offense, as Nate told you. Jamie's got it now. Trying to draw that defense out. Moore got it tipped away. 7 on the shot clock. The long launch. No, won't go. There's a crash of the boards. New shot clock, and putting it in upwards. Kemp. Kylie fouled. She'll go to the free throw line.
Well, and you mentioned it at the tail end of that segment there, Rob, is that the crashing the boards is so important to that, because if you have everyone on the perimeter and there's a one-and-done kind of scenario, then you're really not helping yourself. So everyone up in the perimeter, they're just staying out the three-point line. They're basically working the ball very quickly to get the open shot. Once they put the three up, everyone is rushing to the basket for rebounding, which is such an important offensive strategy to get second-chance opportunities.
And that's one way to improve your rebounding, Nate, is to send everybody in. Casanelli back outside it goes. Moose in 2-3 zone, looks like, Nate, huh? Or are they still in man? Can't tell.
Yeah, still in man.
I've got enough to do here with camera work and play-by-play.
Oh.
Almost a block for herself by Paige Wells as she put the basketball in to make room.
Yeah, I think she was a little surprised she didn't call for the foul, because I would have expected her to take the ball down to the hoop because she had an open lane that she created for herself.
Caitlin Lyford got the rebound, went up. She got fouled. She'll be at the free throw line. That foul's going to go on Monique Moore. Monique's second. First one's out. 28-24. Moose lead by 4. Second chance opportunity. Lyford's got it back. Now they'll go back outside on the baseline. Burkett going to take the baseline shot. Irons it. Rebounds fought for, and it comes off to the Moose. Jess St. Amand's got it now. Comes Jess on the fly. Looks behind her, make sure nobody's on the sneak attack. Way down and out.
That was a little bit too quick of a shot there, I think. I don't think UMA had a chance to set their offense and get everyone aware of the shot going up to be able to go ahead and make a chance or take a chance to get the rebound.
Paige Wells with the pop outside, and Timeout called. All right, so we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take the timeout. We'll come back. More basketball after these messages.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
I had gone to 3 other colleges. I got talked into giving one more place a shot, and that place happened to be UMA. The credits from my 3 other schools transferred in really easily, and I didn't have to start all over again. Being able to do my degree at night and on the weekends and when I had the spare time, that was really important to me. And UMA gave me the ability to have
Moose basketball. They have a 2-point lead, 28-26, as you see on the Munson Media scoreboard.
Yeah, and a good timeout by Coach Laney to go ahead and calm UMA down a little bit. They got to do a better job of defending Wells, because she's come out in the second half and really kept Vermont Tech in the game.
Jess St. Amand, a 3 out of the timeout, and that's what you like to see. Execution out of a timeout. Inside didn't get down. Good inside position for Casanelli, but she couldn't get it home. It'll stay night basketball. They look to inbound. Lyford on the cut. A little bit too deep in. She fights for the rebound and gets a foul. Let's see who it's on. It's going to be the 3rd on Monique Moore. Corey Coro off the bench and set to come in. Coach Laney with some changes in the defensive alignment. Inbounds comes in. Pop will go. Rebounds fought for. Jess has got it. Head of the pack now comes Kylie Kemp. Kylie looking for some help. Gets Jamie in the corner. Jamie on the swoop and home. Well, that's one of the other benefits of taking Jamie outside. She gets to go a little one-on-one. It's hard to double her when she's so far away from the basket, Nate. Then she can take her defender one-on-one.
Yeah, it's a great point and such a good job in terms of setting that offensive set and having multiple ways to score.
And the Knights being much more aggressive in this half, Nate. They've gone to the free throw line multiple times as they're taking it to the hole.
Yeah, I would have expected to see them a little bit more fatigued, having played the previous night. I'm sure once we get halfway through this half at the 10-minute mark, we'll probably start to see that a little bit. But they've come out in the second half and just gone up and down the court. They've gotten good shots, quick shots, and they've been able to score. Defensively, they're sitting back a little bit more as we've seen the three-pointers being able to be put up by UMA and made. So it'll be interesting to see here in the second half.
So Katie Thyslichen with 2. And a travel, so turnover in the game for the Knights. Shanna Lenwood McLaughlin. Anytime we get a McLaughlin, we also point out that maybe it's McLaughlin, depending upon where you are. When I grew up in Massachusetts, it was McLaughlin. I came to Maine and it was McLaughlin. So we're not tracking turnovers, obviously, but Knights have turned the ball over quite a few times. Not quite so much in this half. A little cleaner half for them here. As we said, it hasn't been a smooth offensive game either way. Jess has got a couple of threes, can't get it. Rebound, Jamie, no, won't go. And out of bounds, it'll stay Moose basketball. They'll reset the shot clock to full shot clock. In Jess skips it inside. A give and go, but Kemp wasn't able to get it down, but Coro kept alive for a second chance opportunity. Here's Carmen. In and out, halfway down. That should have been a point and a half. Burkett got it back outside. As we said, Wells has been good this half for the Knights, and taking it in again and going to free throw line. Thigerson.
Yeah, nice job by Vermont Tech to kind of find the mismatch there, getting the ball down to the big. St. Amad doing her best and obviously fouling there. At least she didn't allow a shot to get up. I think they might want to try and switch that out if they can.
Thigerson has hit 3 in a row from the free throw line. Back in the game for the Knights is Daisy Poole. This coach Jamie Patterson. Short bench, so he's trying to rotate in to stay fresh. Nate mentioned how that could be a factor. Well, they won't get overheated in here, I'll tell you that.
That's true.
Talked to Taylor Mannix of the boys team. He was saying when they played here the other night, that coming in the garage door was like a cold breeze down that end. It was hard to go. Pop outside, 35 now.
Yeah, this gym has got to be
30.
nicknamed the Barn or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Well, they'll nickname it that. But they're good. They're very hospitable here and really try to help us out here. Sorry we couldn't stream live, but they're frustrated as well, talking to some of their athletic administrators and all, and AD and support personnel. They'd like to get this right up because they'd like to be able to do what we do for UMA and a lot of the other schools are getting done, and that's live streaming, but got to have some robust internet to do that. Back to the game. Moose find the cutter. Bragg going to pop it back outside. Jamie's got a 3 lined up. Didn't go. Linwood McGlone gets the go sign because she's quick. We saw her go coast to coast. First 2 times she had the ball, she went coast to coast. Here's the steal. Comes Jamie with it. Jamie goes left, lets the defender go and lays it in.
Nice job. The slow step right there, having the defender cross in front of her and kind of keeping that back leg, not really going with her full momentum.
Measured and controlled.
Exactly.
Who's going to launch it inside? That won't go for Wells. Box one, and she grabbed Jamie, so Jamie couldn't get a hold of it.
Well, they're working underneath, and they're letting some stuff go because the two of them have kind of been going back and forth a bit. So it's fun to watch that kind of.
Let's see how that.
Let's see if I get a replay on that. That definitely hit her foot as she
I
was
think
out of
so.
bounds.
I don't think she was back in bounds.
Yeah, I can't get to it quick enough.
They were not able to run our full replay package as the vast staff of the Muncie Media conglomerate couldn't all make it today. We lose a couple of people. We're short-handed. Speaking of short-handed, we'll tell you about the men Moose here coming up. We'll get a break. Nice break here. Jamie's got it. Faces the basket. Turns away now and gets it back outside in the reset. Jess has got a couple from there already. Count. Oh, I thought that was in.
Yeah, I was right on line.
Oh, it was right on line. I'm calling this game off the monitor on the camera, so that's a little different to do. Sometimes you lose a little perspective. Nice play by Jess underneath. St. Amand with the block. Monique Moore's going to check back in for Corey.
Yeah, and
Gets a little more height in there with Monique. Monique playing with 3, 11:28 left. She'll have to manage that, but I think that's what Coach Laney's after. A little taller lineup, a little better rebounding lineup as well. Although Corey Coral, that ball finds her. We've said that on several of the broadcasts that she gets around the ball a lot. Skipped inside, nice step over that time. Defense by Jamie Plummer. Here comes Jamie down the right side, going to hesitate dribble. Now she goes back at it. Corner. Pop out there. And good. Kylie Kemp hit the 3. I think it was Kylie. Kemp on the 3. So we're looking to see. We're going to get a full timeout. So we'll cue that replay up. We'll take the timeout. We'll come back. We'll show you the three, and we come back after this.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
Kemp's three-pointer, and a big one to put them up by 10 points.
And the UMA huddle, Coach Laney talking to the troops in there. That's one of the nice things about being down so close here, Nate. It does have its benefits. We're able to get right in on the kids here, and nothing. Coach getting some help, Bob. Yeah, Jen's going to be glad we have that on camera. Yeah, I'm sure.
I apologize now.
Yeah, sorry, Coach. Erica Frederick Rock doing a little help for Coach. I know how it goes. So 10-point lead here, crucial time of the game. Let's see. And good job by Jamie to get it out. Skipped outside. Common's got it. Bragg looks, crosses it. Kemp's been hot, but that one doesn't go. Rebound, second chance. Jamie's underneath for the two. 42-30, 12-point lead. The biggest of the night here.
That's probably tough for you to see. That was Bragg who originally got the rebound and was able to pass the ball to Jamie, making her up faking and working around the defender, put the lay in. And good block.
Oh, nice block by Jamie Plummer. That was against Wells, who's been good here. And Moose come on. The offense. Right corner's been the outside shooting. Jessica goes inside to Jamie, back outside. Bragg's got a three lined up. No, that won't go. Rebound's loose. Knight's got it. Linwood McLaughlin with it. She goes on the spin. No. I think the first two times she really caught the Moose by surprise there, but they've defensed that a lot better.
Yeah,
going coast to coast.
She's left-handed, so they were giving her that left-hand side. That time doing a much better job forcing her to the right-hand side.
Well, those are the adjustments you make. Shot clock at 7 and lost. With it right side. That one's put up by Poole. Second chance opportunity, and now the Moose have it. And numbers. Ahead of the pack it goes. And Kemp will lay it in.
Yeah, but I'm really impressed with the play of Bragg. It's something that's overlooked a lot. She waited for the defender to come to her before making that pass. She knew that Kemp was over there, so she's waiting for the defender to dictate to her to get Kemp that easy lay-in. Nice job by Bragg.
Linwood McLaughlin along the baseline, and now a little, looks like the Knights are a little desperate sometimes on offense, and past couple of times down.
Yeah, they look
some
gassed.
trouble.
UMA really putting it to them now in the tempo scheme of the game.
Yeah, and we thought that might be the case. Jessica St. Amand is going to draw the fouls. The foul. Be Knight basketball. 8:29 left in this. Knights have struggled the last couple of possessions on offense, Nate. They really need a good possession here, and they don't. Handed, no, won't go. Jess with the rebound, no. Jamie's got it. She goes and fouled.
Yeah, well, the last couple offensive possessions, at least the last three, they've tried to work the ball down into Wells or down to the baseline in the box, and UMA's doing a really good job of playing over the top of it and at least getting a hand. They've tried a couple of lob entry passes that have gone over the head of whoever was down in the baseline, and they've forced a lot of turnovers.
Corey Coro coming in the game here for the Moose. Kylie Kemp will come out. Looks like Kylie's got some type of a midsection brace on to support some type of a injury. 16-point lead now. Moose have had a good second half. Found their rhythm a little bit. Linwood McGlowan dumps it inside. Nice pass off the penetration. A good finish for Wells. Plum was out high with it. Jamie's going to hold. Now she goes and lost it, then got fouled. Foul goes on Burkett. Kemp coming back in the game for Monique Moore. Monique handled that well with 3 fouls. I think what happened is whatever that brace was had to be adjusted. Jamie in the paint and home. I think the fatigue factor, Nate, that you mentioned, we'd have to see how that goes in the second half has kicked in as Coach Jamie Patterson's Knights really played gamely here throughout and played hard and have run out of a little bit of gas here. So we've got ourselves a 7:12 left. The timeout. We'll take the timeout. We come back. More basketball after these messages.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
I didn't really think about going to college after high school. I didn't really know what I was going to do. I worked for a marine construction company, long hours away from home. It just wasn't working with raising my son. UMA offered what I needed. Great professors, a terrific price, and a learning center close to my home. I even played on UMA's basketball team. When I graduated, I got a job right away as a medical lab technician. UMA really helped me achieve my goals in life.
They're set to go. 7:12 left. 48-32. Glad you could join us here in Muncie Media's Moose Call. This is kind of what we call a delayed Moose Call.
We can call it an echo.
Yeah, an echo Moose Call, as we had to put it up after the fact here. And flying through and getting her own rebound was Carmen Bragg, and it comes back out. Monique tracked it down, get to Jamie. Jamie goes, and Jamie goes down. And let's see, on the floor foul, so it's only the 4th foul. Out high, swung around. Monique, good drive, gets a rebound back. No, won't go. Jamie fights for the rebound, out of bounds.
We'll change up here by Vermont Tech and their defensive set, going to a man-to-man. Good call by Coach. At that point, you can't go ahead and run the 2-3 because basically you're passing the ball around the perimeter and take a full shot clock every time and really start to kind of beat you up in the time sense of things leading into this last 6 minutes of the game.
And they need shots, and got one from the corner, but no good.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, and you need quick shots because you want to preserve as much time as you can on both sides.
Goes Jamie down the left side, and she's deadly there.
Yeah, and saw that one coming from basically the point in which she received the ball. And knew that was going to happen because Vermont Tech hadn't seen that play yet. And every time they run that the first time, she's ball fake on the on the give back to the point guard, and she just has an easy turn and dribble to the basket.
Well, some plays you can play left hand, right hand, whatever it is. You've got to square up against Jamie Plummer because she can take you either way.
Yeah, and that's why that play is so dangerous, is because it always goes to the left side. And we see a lot of defenders playing on the inside of Jamie, and it's an easy just spin and seal. One dribble, 2 steps, basket.
Jamie with the board. Five and a half minutes left in this one. 18-point lead for the Moose. Didn't come easy. Monique irons it. Rebound was underneath by Carmen Bragg, but it went out of bounds. We talked about the Knights short bench, Nate, but I don't think Jamie's been out. And I don't think Carmen Bragg's been out either. So
yeah, they play a lot of minutes.
Yeah, they do.
But it's one of those things too. At this stage in the season, they're in great shape. They played so many games.
Yeah. Yes. And the air conditioning's good in here too. Although it's warm enough now that there's some bodies in here. Of course, we came in when they first opened it up we had about 11 o'clock. I was looking for the Zamboni. Jamie's out high.
There it is.
They'll cross. There it goes again. Yep, that's a good play. Keep running, Coach. Coach Laney got a big smile on her face. Well, they kind of had to wait till they went man to run that. And
exactly.
Said,
you can't run that against a 2-3 zone because you're running right down into 3 defenders. But if you're Vermont Tech, you just got to seal the outside. I mean, you got to sit on her left, what would be her right shoulder, actually, and just force her to come back into, because all the flow is going away, and they clear out the entire side. Oh, and they had a good change up on that one by letting St. Amand take the ball there. They still had Jamie off the curl.
Yeah.
And that's why they're trying to work that too. I love those plays. I love plays that have more score and you don't change the formation.
I do too, but I was talking football.
Yeah.
A lot of the same stuff.
Yeah, same thing in basketball.
When I coached middle school basketball, the only thing I could draw out were out-of-bounds plays because I knew everybody was going to be stopped. That's 52-32, 20-point lead now for the Moose. Pooh's got it, looks inside. She's cut off. Knights stay cold from the field.
Yeah, you see this at the tail end of games a lot of time by the team that's trying to come back, and it's just due to fatigue. Their legs are heavy. You don't have the shot that you had in the front half of the game. You can see their last couple shots have hit front iron, probably the last 3 times that she shot the ball. So that's a complete indication of that being the scenario there.
Rebound now pulled down. Wells had it, now Burkett. She goes on St. Amand. Got some check-ins coming from the Moose. Eyeing up. Jamie's got a rebound and out of bounds.
I think Wells has really had a good game, though, underneath. I mean, Jamie's a great player, and she's really had her hands full with Wells tonight or this afternoon underneath the basket.
Kristen Kemp now in the game. Erica Frederick Rock in. Corey Coral came in doing that change as well.
Coach Laney giving Erica Rock the look, saying, "I just put you in. You gotta stop that."
Inside it goes to Bragg. Kristen Kemp got the rebound, knocked out of bounds, and it will be night basketball. We'll be back at our home at the Augusta Civic Center on Wednesday for senior night. NHTIN. And that'll be senior night, a big night. For festivities here, where has the season gone? Women will be in the tournament. Men are fighting.
Oh, good pass.
Bragg went up, got fouled. She'll go to the free throw line.
I'm really impressed with Kim. We've seen an entire season of her basketball play, and she's so quiet, and she does so many things right. You know, it's one of those players that I wouldn't necessarily consider her a role player because she's got such an important part of the offense that she's not kind of like that sixth man or,
Right.
you know what I mean? She does so much for them in terms of passing, rebounding especially, and shooting. I mean, she can score.
Well, of course, you know, with almost a complete new roster and all that, and the folks that graduated, Ariante Lee has taken her game to the next level there as she went on scholarship, and this team's really come together well, and they play well as a team. Nobody minds what role they have, and you never know which night it might be somebody else taking over and being one of the high scorers. So they've got good complementary parts here, and it's been a pleasure to follow. Their sportsmanship is unbelievable. Never complain about anything, and they scrap and fight and play hard all the time.
Well, I think we got to give some kudos to Coach Laney, and you know the transition between, you mentioned Rob, last season. Their transition game was phenomenal because they had Ariante.
Yep.
Ariante catch the ball or rebound the ball and take it all the way down, and then she had Jamie that was always trailing, and they had such a transition game. Coach Laney's job of making the adjustment and setting the plays and knowing what attributes that her kids have now, she's done a great job of setting an offense that can score.
Yeah, and let's not forget Laurie Ficker and Corey Harris, the assistant coaches, and then, the role that they play in this and all that. And, what we love about it is the UMA staff right through everybody is really supportive of the kids and supportive of us. And we're tickled to be here and hope we'll be here for many more years doing these games. And we'll be ending up here, Charlotte. We'll talk more about that on Wednesday. 54-36. Up over the top, and Coach Jamie Patterson getting an explanation as Kristen Kemp will get another. That one rolls out 1 for 2 for Kristen. Long three, no. Frederick Rock on the floor for the rebound, and possession, hell ball, will go to the Moose. Kristen's got it outside. Monique. And out of bounds. Well, we hope the kids from Vermont will have a safe trip back after.
Starting to come down.
Yeah, we've got one more game to go here as the men will play, and then hopefully safe trip home for them. Here comes the entry inside, and Wells goes up. She gets fouled. Paige Wells has had a good game here tonight. Wells will get a set. Put up no, and another hell ball. In this possession now will favor the Knights. Thigerson gets it inbounds high. Gets it back. Burkett's going to pop. No. Somebody took a hard fall. Hope everybody's okay here as we play down through. I think it was Poole went down hard. Head of the pack. Kemp got it tipped away. Burkett looks to go in the paint. Skips it inside, right side. He's got it back on a launch. And got on net. Kristen Kemp with it now.
And that should do it.
And they're just going to roll it out and not shoot the ball. So, congratulations to the UMA Moose. It wasn't easy, but it ended up being pretty effective. Good second half for the Moose as they win this one, 55-39. Well, we want to remind you, we will be back live. I think the game is 5:30. Check the Muncie Media Facebook page. I think we got a 5:30 start, Nate, on Wednesday. So we'll be there for that one, NHTI women's game, Wednesday from the Augusta Civic Center. Until then, for all of us at Muncie Media, or I should say both of us at Muncie Media today, Nate and I, so long, everybody.